Good evening. This regular meeting of September 11th, 2023 of the Dubuque Community School District Board of Education is called to order. Our mission is to develop world-class learners and citizens of character in a safe and inclusive learning community. Roll call, please.
Bradley.
Here.
Jones.
Here.
Parks.
Here.
Prohaska.
Here.
Ryan. Here. Sancy.
Here.
Whitman.
Here. All right, we have some students visiting us from Irving who are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So come on in, students. You can introduce yourselves.
My name is Theo, and I am in third grade. My name is Braxton, and I'm in third grade.
My name is Elliot, and I'm in second grade.
My name is Landon, and I'm in fourth grade.
My name is Ryan, I'm in fourth grade.
My name is Cassius, and I'm in fourth grade.
My name is Ryan and I'm active. Self-salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen.
It's so nice to have the students back to lead us.
Yes. I move the Board of Education approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the agenda as submitted. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move the Board of Education approve the minutes of the regular meeting on August 14th and special meeting of August 5th, 2023 as submitted.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the minutes of the regular meeting on August 14th and the special meeting of September 5th, 2023 as submitted. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion also carries. I believe that brings us to board salutes, and there are some board salutes around the table.
I have one.
Okay, Mr. Prohaska, start us off.
Board salute goes out to the Dubuque Racing Association for its continued support of education in the Dubuque community. The district is pleased and honored to be a recipient of a multi-year grant in the amount of $125,000 each year for the next 3 years to support strategic initiatives in the district. This support underscores the DRA's commitment to strong education systems as a key component of our community's success and ability to attract and retain residents. We are thankful to the DRA for their continued support.
Thank you.
Got another one. So now that we've hopefully moved past the impact of the tremendous heat of the first few weeks of school, we give a board salute to staff across the district for their dedication in making the best of the temperatures. From our teachers and building staff who work to ensure that students had a positive day of learning, to our buildings and ground staff who mobilize fans and work to keep airflow in buildings moving, and our food and nutrition team who helped get bottled water to students and staff. We are grateful for the effort that went into keeping our schools operating and serving students. Those hot days are difficult, but we know that we are relied upon to serve students and families in so many ways. So thanks to our team across the district for ensuring that continuity. And I know my kiddos are at an unair-conditioned school, and it was hot, but all those teachers, they had smiles on their faces, and they were giving it their all, so.
Yeah, let's be done with those hot days.
Speaking of smiles, I just want to give a big shout out to the 100 Men Who Care and the Dubuque Black Men's Coalition. On the first week of school, they came to Prescott Elementary to give all of our students a high five and welcome smiles. So I got to participate in that. So it was super cool to see all of the kids get in a line and get a high five from a caring person, and the amount of families that were just so appreciative of just something so little as that. So again, big shout out to those guys for their work.
My kids got those high fives and did appreciate it. It was a great way for them to start their day, so thank you.
That's cool. I have a board salute to go to the marching bands from Washington Middle School, Roosevelt Middle School, and Dubuque Senior High School, who definitely braved the heat of that day, if we think back to then, by representing the district in the Dubuque Labor Day Parade. So they marched in spite of the heat. And these students and their directors certainly honored the holiday, the special holiday of Labor Day, with their wonderful music, and we're thankful for the opportunity for our district to be represented in those ways to the greater Dubuque community by these performances. So a big thank you goes from the board to the students and the directors of our marching bands who participated, and we thank them for taking the time and sharing their talents with us in that way.
They sounded great. All right, thank you, board members.
I move the Board of Education suspend the rules of order and go into open forum.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education suspend the rules of order and go into open forum. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. We'd love to welcome Susan Meehan from Irving Elementary to tell us what's going well at Irving.
Thank you, and thank you, school board members, for this opportunity. I'm Susan Meehan, principal at Irving, and just wanted to share that we have had the best start, really what I can remember in many, many years. Just it's so nice to feel like a normal school year. You know, everything is, all the COVID things, it seems to be kind of behind us, and we're moving forward with a lot of learning and a lot of engagement and a lot of family involvement. So just want to give a couple of highlights to share with you with our great year. Our family engagement right now is really at an unprecedented level. We have, for an example, a neat statistic. We had 94% of our families at our orientation day. That was a high number for Irving. We only had 24 kids in our building that did not get to unpack their bags and meet their teacher on their first day of school, which was such a rewarding thing for all of us to have those kids in the building. And it was the hottest day of that week on the orientation day. And it was, you know, we were all there sweating together, but it was a bonding experience. For our online registration with our family engagement, just that registration process that, you know, Mr. Sias facilitates each year for us with the district and getting all of our families not just enrolled, but registered. We only have 2 families at Irving that haven't done that process. We usually it's very typical to be chasing down 10 families all year long that we are constantly hounding and trying to get in at conferences and trying to get in at spring conferences so the kids can go to field trips. To have 2 left at this time of the year in the first month of school is just such a celebration. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the Irving staff. Our teachers and paras are the most positive, amazing group of people, men and women. It doesn't matter if they're veterans or new to us or new to the profession. I'm just so proud of them for what they give to our kids every day. And I only had 1 para not return from the last year to this year. And I think that just shows, and she moved out of state. It wasn't that she wasn't happy. I think that just shows a reflection on our special education staff and their dedication and their support from the instructional coaches at our building that are incredible leaders along with our teachers. So just things are going well with procedures, and our community involved has been amazing. This group of young boys here and scout leader, Mr. Keeter, they have weeded our landscaping 2 times this year. And I mean, every thistle, every weed, every weed that they could get their hands on, not once, but twice in July and in August on the hottest days. So they did that just to be of good service. So that community feeling has been really excellent. To carry into that, we have our first PTO meeting tonight, actually right after this. And then open house will be on September 28th. And we're just really excited to get our families in and get people into the building and celebrate together all that Irving is doing. So we're off to a good start. But thank you to everybody, and thank you for all that you do for our school and our support and our parents. So thank you.
Thank you.
Susan.
Appreciate that.
Great. We also have Erica Davidson with Impact Life Blood Services to speak with us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Erica Davidson. I'm the Territory Manager with Impact Life Blood Services. My affiliation with the school district is actually, we are partnering with Prescott Elementary and Hempstead High School this year as they host their blood drives. Just a little bit about Impact Life. We are the exclusive provider of blood products to over 125 hospitals in Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Missouri. Right here in Dubuque, Dubuque, we are the sole provider of blood products to Mercy One and Unity Point. The reason why I'm here today is because I wanted to thank the school district for supporting our mission and for its contribution to the local blood supply. As a district, your contribution over the time that you have been with us is 1,484 units of blood donated at school-sponsored blood drives. That has an impact of over 4,452 lives potentially that could be saved. I want to personally salute schools that are currently active this year hosting drives. Hempstead is hosting 2 drives this year, and over the course of their time with us, they have collected 250 units. Prescott Elementary is hosting 2 times this year, and they have collected 511 units over the time that they have been with us. But the reality is 38% of our donors this year are between the age of 60 not 16, 60 and 79. That's a lot. But so we're looking to be proactive in filling that gap that's going to be left by those donors. And it's our mission to partner with the school districts in our service region to educate future blood donors and blood donation advocates. We have implemented a youth education program which will teach students about blood components, the importance of blood donation, and of the service to their community. With over half of our donor base being over the age of 50, we are asking for your help and support. By partnering with us and continuing to partner with us, you can help us you can alleviate stress on our local and national blood supply. We can work side by side, educating our future blood donors by connecting us to your classrooms. We have the opportunity for you to earn grant dollars for your contributions through our Life Savings Grant Program for schools. And you can join us in recognizing graduating seniors for their contributions to the local blood supply as blood donors and/or volunteers. Again, I want to congratulate the school district on your contribution on behalf of Impact Life and our partner hospitals, Mercy One and Unity Point, for your contribution and continued support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Anyone else wishing to address the board can do so at this time. We ask that you come to the podium, state your full name, your connection to the district, and to limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Seeing none, I move the Board of Education reinstate the rules of order and return to regular session.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education reinstate the rules of order and return to regular session. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move the Board of Education approve those items listed on the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve those items listed in the consent agenda. Is there any item a board member would like to have pulled? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion also carries. All right, so that brings us to our Facilities and Support Services Committee report from Mr. Prohaska.
Thank you. Thank you, Kate. We met on September 5th, last Tuesday. Anyway, I'll go through some, just a recap here and then have some motions in regarding some of our current district projects. We had a report from Nick Rettenberger on the Roosevelt Middle School replacement project. The project is essentially complete. We also had a report from Nick about the transportation fuel system replacement. It's also substantially complete through last week. Drivers are using the new fueling dispensers. We had a report also from Benjamin Beard about the construction of the Sageville Elementary Solar Project. And it is essentially complete. We're waiting for Alliance final approval process. If approved at completion, the district will save an estimated $90,000 in cost. Then we had a report from Rob Powers about the Lincoln School Outdoor Wellness Project. And also, the city, there's a grant with the city. This grant will help pay for the Outdoor Wellness Project. It's out to bid in November. And we had a report on the senior Dalzell Field scoreboard replacement. Work will start after the football season is over. We had Rob Powers also updated us on the storm sewer replacement project at Sageville. The concrete culverts are already made, should be installed by the end of this week. The construction fence is in place for safety. Then we had a request by the city to purchase some utility easement right-of-way near the sidewalk near Jefferson Middle School. Josh Poshiak updated us on the building Energy Star rating qualifications, and he's working to stagger the surge of electrical demand such that we don't get charged at a higher rate. Then Superintendent Hawkins shared with the committee about the first informational meeting that was held at Bryan Elementary School on August 30th. And there will be other committee meetings on Wednesday, the 27th in Eisenhower, and Wednesday, the October 18th at Marshall. Superintendent Hawkins said it was a very positive event, and the people had great questions. Information from the presentation will be available on the district website and shared with us. We had a request for a school budget review committee for allowable growth. The numbers are not known yet. They'll come to the board in October. Finally, Mr. Kelleher reviewed the bid results for a recent investment proposal, and the recipient of the recipient was Dutrack Credit Union. So I have some motions here. The first one is in regard to senior high school, and it's a change order. Essentially, senior high school is 82% complete, and it will be done next November 24 of 2024. Okay, I move that Board of Education approve change order number 11 to Tricon General Construction on the senior high school renovation Phase 2 project in the increased amount of $68,658.96.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve change order number 11 to Tricon General Construction on the senior high school renovation Phase 2 project in the increased amount of $68,658.96. Is there any discussion?
These are some changes to the ceilings, to the courtyard, and also to the industrial technology area.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move that the Board of Education approve change order number 1 to Tricon Construction Group on the Eisenhower Mechanical Project in the decreased amount of $135,928.51.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve change order number 1 to Tricon Construction Group on the Eisenhower Mechanical Replacement Project in the decreased amount of $135,928.51. Any discussion?
A decrease is rare, but it has to do with.
Especially these days.
What's that?
Especially these days.
That's right, but it had to do with utilizing an existing 4-inch pipe that was present that could be used for the sprinkler system.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. No opposition to decreases.
No, we don't oppose those. I move that the Board of Education approve the amended agreement with Straka Johnson Architects PC for the Dubuque Initiatives, Dubuque Community School District preschool renovations in the amount of $195,322.50.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the amended agreement with Straka Johnson Architects PC for the Dubuque Initiatives, Dubuque Community School District preschool renovations in the amount of $195,322.50. Is there any discussion?
The project will go out for bid in October. Bids will be received in November, and I believe the plan is to have it up and running next fall. Is it
Yep, fall of 2024.
fall of 2024? Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move that the Board of Education tentatively approve the plan, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of total cost for the Dubuque Initiatives Dubuque Community School District Preschool Renovations Project, and set the date, time, and location as December 4th, 2023 at 5:30 at the Dubuque Community School District, 2300 Cheney Road, Dubuque, Iowa, for a hearing thereon, and further authorize the advertisement for competitive bids.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education tentatively approve the plan, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of total costs for the Dubuque Initiatives Dubuque Community School District Preschool Renovations Project, and set the date, time, and location as December 4th, 2023 at 5:30 PM at the Dubuque Community School District, 2300 Cheney Road, Dubuque, Iowa, for a hearing thereon, and further authorize the advertisement for competitive bids. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Prohaska. That brings us to the Educational Program and Policy Committee report from Ms. Bradley.
Thanks, Dr. Parks. We met as a committee on September 7th, and per our typical meeting format, it was divided into 3 sections. The first section has to do with the strategic plan. We're pleased that Superintendent Hawkins brings us information that relates directly to a programming that touches with a piece of the Dubuque Schools strategic plan. And so that focus was on strategic priority number 16, which has to do with our paraprofessionals. The district employs a few over 400 paraprofessionals, and those paraprofessionals are an amazingly important contributing part of the educational programming that we do with and for our students. And they focus primarily, not exclusively, but primarily with students who have an individual educational plan, an IEP, and/or a 504 plan. And so students needing that extra support are very often given some portion of their day, or perhaps even all of their day, where they have a paraprofessional supporting them along with the teacher or teachers who are working with them. So we were very pleased to hear about a study that has been conducted and is really ongoing, that has to do with trying to support our paraprofessionals even further as they do the work with our students. The study group, a large group, consisted of parents, paraprofessionals, teachers, and administrators, and they were looking primarily at 2 areas. The first being to create a system of support for paras. What can we do to take our paraprofessionals and offer them additional support for their work? Secondly, to provide ongoing professional learning to them to help them not only with their job performance areas, but also to support our need to have them continue in the work, and therefore to increase our retention of paraprofessionals. So a part of that is Ms. Brenda Duval, who's our Executive Director of Special Education, Brian Kuhl, who's our Chief Human Resources Officer, along with Mary Fink and Ashley Caldwell, brought us more specific information that had to do with the kinds of work that is not only ongoing now, but will be coming up. One of those things is revising job descriptions. We know the importance of everyone understanding what is their work and what is not. And so job descriptions are in the process of revision. Also, adding an additional 2 full days of professional learning, again, to support the work of the paras and the outcomes that they produce in children. So in the future, they're going to be exploring para-mentoring. I'm excited about that. As we bring on board new paraprofessionals, not only now do they have a full day of onboarding work in terms of their work, but also they will be having, hopefully in the future, para-mentors who will walk alongside them, work with them throughout that whole first year of their new work with the district. And also an exploration of having lead paraprofessional positions added as another support to our paraprofessionals. So lots of new professional learning going to be happening, including how paraprofessionals and teachers work together. 2 adults working in a setting, sometimes 3 adults working together in a setting. How wonderful for each of them to have some professional learning around how to best make that as good as it can be for our kids. We also understand that our paras are being cross-trained now to help them be able to share work in various aspects of the life of the school and to help them be even more available to do the things that we need them to do. So that was the first thing. The second thing has to do with a program called TAP. And TAP is Transition Alliance Program. It is a collaboration with the Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services Group, and many businesses in our community and agencies in our community are involved with this. We're grateful for each and all of those. Program has existed for 9 years. Lori Anderson has been with it, I believe, from the beginning, and Lori brought us information along with Brenda Duval, our special ed director, our executive director. This program serves around 300 students, again, students primarily with disabilities and or 504 plans. TAP is a federal program, and it helps students become career and college ready. So what a wonderful thing for us to be able to support. And 50% of the cost of the program is provided by Iowa Vocational Rehab through reimbursement to the district. Then our second educational program, we heard from Mimi Holsinger, who's the Director of Behavior and Learning Supports. And she brought with her Erica Laval and Andrea Rundy, who facilitate the new high school social emotional learning. If you hear SEL, social emotional learning, and as you know, our students before, during, and certainly after the pandemic have needed lots of additional support in the areas of social and emotional behaviors and programming. So we have at the elementary, all of our elementary schools use a program called Second Step. At the middle school, 7 Habits. And at this meeting, we heard about the new high school program, which is called Character Strong. And in all 3 of those, at each of the 3 levels, we teach social emotional learning along with character development side by side. And so the board was very pleased to hear about the new high school program called Character Strong. It occurs, across the board with all students in each of the 2 high schools during the home base time, so it is not taking time from other academic things, but it's an important way for us to take what's an evidence-based program that tightly aligns with the district's mission and promotes 3 things. What are the purposes of this program? Well-being of students, belonging, and a sense of engagement, an actual engagement as outcomes. So we're very pleased to hear from Mimi and Erica and Andrea about that new program at the high school level. Lastly, we each meeting get to review some of our board policies so that over the course of 5 years, we review each and all policies and make revisions as it seems appropriate. So this not being apart from that, we had 5 policies that we were able to take a look at, and those were approved in the consent agenda. That's my report, Dr. Parks.
Thank you so much. Great. Thank you. That brings us to new business.
I move that the Board of Education take no further disciplinary action related to student number 102023347 at this time.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the Board of Education take no further disciplinary action related to student number 102023347 at this time. Is there any discussion? It's hard to say all those numbers out.
Not a number.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Or is there any board member or administrative issues to discuss not on the agenda?
Not any issues, but Superintendent Hawkins, can you kind of give us a recap of the start of the school year, other than the heat?
We've been off to a really good start. Myself and our team at the district office have been actively engaged in buildings, and it's been great to see students engaged, excited to be back in school, and getting a lot of work done. So, yeah, we've had a great start to the year. Last Friday night, we actually had our intercity football game between our two high schools, and it was a beautiful night, and it was a good game. And we had a huge crowd, so it was a great night for the district for sure. So we've got lots of intercity events coming up in the next couple weeks. So I encourage you to get out and watch our kids compete against one another and have a good time. And you know the cheering sections of the high schools, you know, it was all good, but it can be a little competitive.
Some rivalry.
The back and forth, the rivalry is still there, but it was.
We
lots
got
of fun.
spirit, yes, we do.
Yeah.
And those info sessions are coming up.
Yes, we have our next informational session is at Eisenhower, and that is on September, help me out with my dates. 27th. Thanks, Mike.
27th.
Yep, September 27th, and that's at 5:30.
And
We
that's,
encourage all to attend.
and that's for the bond referendum.
That's for the bond referendum, yep.
Right.
So there'll be about a 30-minute presentation that we show. There'll be maybe a few things added each time we go. And then there's an opportunity to ask questions from a variety of groups, from our architect team, from Kevin, our finance person, from the district perspective, and other community too. So we encourage people to come and ask questions and learn more about it.
Great. Any other items? All right, seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you.